Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I took a late start getting off on the road, so I would like to see if you can keep me company as I get home to Mama for Thanksgiving dinner. So just keep me company. I want to talk about real estate, and I want to talk about how you can flip the holiday script this year through the use of real estate. So just bear with me as I continue to drive and talk at the same time. Let's see here. I think we all should be, first of all, start off by saying that what we're thankful for and who we're thankful for. I think that for this year especially, given the turmoil that's happened politically, that we have to be thankful for just our still being here as a country, let alone everything else that's happening around the world. It's very easy to complain and very easy to be frustrated, but at the end of the day, your life is far much better than most other people's. So I think it's very important to always remember that going forward. And as you appreciate those relatives and friends that you're going to be around today and tomorrow on the weekend, appreciate the friendships and the love there as well. But what I do really want to do is talk about real estate and the fact that through real estate you can flip the script this holiday season. I wrote a piece a few days ago or so about flipping the script. Instead of buying a bunch of gifts, instead of buying a bunch of things, let's buy some investment real estate. Now I know for some of you it may seem like a bit of a stretch, but it really isn't if you just bear with me. What real estate does for most people who work in it and deal in it and dabble in it is that it brings generational wealth. It brings passive income, and it brings a sort of independence to it that you wouldn't normally get through your regular job. So it's really important that as we're picking out the tree and looking at gifts and things and getting into debt this year for Christmas gifts, let's get into debt with something more tangible that can benefit us all, that can benefit you and your family as well. And that is truly investor or investment property, whether it's multifamily or whether it's commercial or whether it's a combination of the two, or ground up construction. Now you're wondering, well, that's a lot of money, and yeah, right, that really doesn't apply to me, and all these excuses, things of that nature. But it is not as hard as you would think. It is not as difficult as one might imagine. It's done all the time. And I want us to become more mindful of what we can do if we just put a little bit more power to it, put a little bit more emphasis to it. Now, you don't need a lot of money. That's the first misconception. You just need enough to have as a down payment. Now, those funds can come from anywhere, from your savings, or you could partner with a friend or relative, or you could actually use the equity in your own home. But you can do that very easily. And you don't have to have perfect credit either. I know a lot of people think you have to be like an 800, 700 credit score, and you really don't. Really, 650 is the minimum that we can go for that. But we can go lower than that. But you just have to have a little bit more equity, sorry, a little bit more down payment for it as well. Now, interest rates vary. It depends on what type of program you're going through. And there's more of the traditional, conventional type of loans, whereby you have to put forth a lot of documentation, a lot of everyday type of normal documentation for a major loan. And then there's the non-traditional, the non-conventional type loans and programs where you put very little effort into putting forth documentation, because the loan is guaranteed through the rental property that you're getting from the property, rental income that you're getting from the property, or through the flipping and the reselling of the property. So what's called rental income, which is basically the rent that's being paid on the property, and the ARV, which is the after repair value of the property if you should decide to flip it or to sell it. So I'm telling you all this is because I come across a lot of people recently who say they've always had a lifelong dream of owning property or renting it, or commercial property or multifamily or whatever, but they never ever go forth with the application process. They're scared. They allow woulda, coulda, shoulda, or they allow fear to crowd out their judgment. I met someone recently, actually, at a function. Someone who had moved to Houston recently, and as excitable as I was to try to get him involved, and he was really excited, he just couldn't get past, what if this, what if that, okay? And you can't live your life looking at what could go wrong in a business deal. You have to instead mitigate those deals, mitigate what could go wrong with what you can do. If someone doesn't pay rent, do you reduce the rent? Do you kick them out? Or do you find someone altogether and hike the rent to make up for your losses? If you want to get a 30-40% return on a flip that you just did, and the buyers aren't streaming in as quickly as you would like, are you willing to reduce the price and move on to the next property? Those are things that you have to think about, but you can't obsess about them to the point that you become so paralyzed with fear that your real estate dreams and investor dreams go in flames or in smoke because you talk yourself off the ledge. Now let me tell you something. There are people who are doing this, have done this for their entire lives. And you don't have to be a corporation or a great big corporation, have lots and lots of money stored in the bank to get started on your first investor property, whether it's to fix up and to flip, or to sell, or to fix up and to rent out. All you need is just some patience, some forethought as to what you're doing, why you're doing it, what the end result is, some guidance from myself, actually, who can help you, and also a little bit of savings, a little bit of equity in your home, a little bit of liquidity to help grease the deal, to make the deal happen. So I just want you to think about that this holiday season as you're talking about this to your family and friends. Everyone's catching up on things and people, and everyone's having the same conversations about how the economy and politics, and everyone seems to have this resigned feel or resigned sense about what they can do on their own, what they can do to improve their situations. I can tell you this. If you're waiting on the great big promotion to happen on your job to help save you into retirement, to help guide you and your children through college, to help you get to the finish line in life, you're going to be waiting for a long time. I used to think that a lot. And corporations, great to have them, great to have 9-to-5 jobs, but it always helps to have multiple streams of income. Now, I remember a financial planner back home said to me several years ago, this was right before the election, before the 2008 election, I believe, when President Obama was either about to go into office or was right before the election. And he told me some really great advice, which I truly understand more so than I ever have before. Regardless of who is in office, political office, you should always have a plan. And if you don't have a plan, then you're screwed, basically. Because it doesn't matter whether Mitt Romney got into office, or whether President Obama got into office, whether Hillary Clinton got into office, or whether Donald Trump got into office. If you don't have a plan, you're screwed regardless. And do not look towards your job as your primary and only source of income. I know that's a no-brainer. I know people think, well, that's common sense. Everyone knows that. No, not everyone knows that. Or everyone knows that, or they're not actually executing that plan. I know we're all saving, in 401ks, and we're always trying to invest in our investments, but you got to do more than that. And so real estate does that. Real estate allows you to collect passive income. It allows you to appreciate in terms of your investment property. It allows you to flip easily, or it allows you to hold on to it. It allows you to do many things and have the freedom to live your life and to do the things that you really want to do beyond work your 9-to-5 job. Now, it's really important this holiday season that you have the conversation. The conversation has to be with your friends, your family, as to how are you going to make this work. I know in every city, whether large or small, every city, there's a side of town everyone has their eye on. Everyone has their heart set on being the next it place, the next neighborhood. Everyone has a desire to be there eventually. Why not buy into that area? Why not start making inquiries? Why not looking at the future today versus being impacted by the future tomorrow? Because if you don't do this now, you will have this woulda, coulda, shoulda. Because there will always be people out there looking, and always be development going somewhere. And if you're not a part of that, and if that's your goal and your dreams, then why aren't you doing it? And again, I know everyone's fearful. This is not something that they're used to doing. Dabbling in commercial real estate, especially during the holiday season, is not something that people want to have the conversation about. It doesn't make sense. We're eating turkey and we're having Christmas and holiday seasons, but yeah, it is. Because if you want to be out of debt, if you want to really have the life that you want next holiday season this time around, and not be complaining about the bills, and not be complaining about the money, and not be complaining about the politics of life here in this country, then you need to do something now, today. Don't wait after the holiday season, because what's going to happen is that if you buy a bunch of stuff now, you're going to be paying it off in January and February, right? And then you're going to have to save it up again. What I'm saying is that sacrifice this holiday season. Investigate, take the time and energy and the money to invest in yourself and into that piece of real estate that you've been wanting to get. And I'm not just talking about buying a home for yourself to live in and to sleep. I'm not talking about that, so don't get that confused. I'm talking about investment property. I'm talking about property that you can fix up and lease out, property that you could fix up and sell, property that you could actually have ground up construction on property that you own, things of that nature. Being a developer in your own right, but in your own sphere, your own area. Taking it easy, taking it slower in the beginning, but knowing that this is an investment for you and your family. So it's really important that this holiday season that you remember that going forward. And I would love to talk with you guys about it. Hopefully you'll see this video, if not now, maybe later today or over the holiday season, and that will hopefully start up the conversation in your family. And with that conversation started, I hope that you can either give me a call at area code 832-457-8951, or you could email me at herndon@mortgagerealestateservices.com. My website is mortgagerealestateservices.com. Again, that's mortgagerealestateservices.com. And there you'll find a plethora of information about the type of programs that I have, and not just for owner-occupied buying a house, which I can help you with as well, but also for those investment properties that I can also help you. And I can originate loans and help you in 46 states and the District of Columbia. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to be in Houston where I live. You don't have to be in Texas even. You could be in Chicago. You can be in Illinois, Michigan, Washington, D.C., Washington State, anywhere just about in the country. And I can help you with your plans and with what you would like to do with your real estate dreams and aspirations. And again, before I leave you for the holiday season, just don't allow the weeds of doubt and the weeds of insecurity and the weeds of fear to grab hold to your dream of real estate, whether it's commercial, multifamily, ground up. Don't allow that to stop you, because I guarantee you, one thing is for sure: if we all live to see next year will roll around, and there will be another Thanksgiving for us, another Christmas, another holiday season. And if you have those dreams now, 1 year from now, will you have executed or moved on those dreams? It's really important that you hold your feet to the fire as closely and as you can, because years fly by quickly. And if you're saying, yeah, I know what you're talking about, my credit's not right, my savings is not right, I'm going to do it. And then 1 year from now, 1 year from Thanksgiving of 2018, and I'm doing this post again, telling you, don't let the holiday season go by. Don't spend all that money on these gifts. Invest in your future. And you see this thing again. How's it going to make you feel? Okay, so we need to hold each other accountable, to hold ourselves accountable. Again, come across way too many people recently who are so fearful of the unknown, so fearful of what they don't know about real estate, which is understandable to have the fear to some degree, but it's not understandable to allow yourself to be trapped in the fear. If you're fearful because you have lack of knowledge, then go get the knowledge. Either you go get it through partnering with people like myself and others who can help you, or you can go online. There's plenty of information online, but you have to do something. So again, this holiday season, Thanksgiving and Christmas and Kwanzaa, please have that conversation about what you're going to do. Have that conversation with either yourself internally, or with your family, or with your friends who you're looking to partner with. How you're going to make your real estate dreams come true. How are you going to make the dreams of building that structure, whether it's a shopping center, buying a shopping center, strip mall, fourplex, duplex, investment home, a reality. Don't let this holiday season fly by and then you're in the middle of next year wondering about how to do it. All right? So give me a call or text me at area code 832-457-8951. Again, that's 832-457-8951. You can also email me at Herndon, spelled HERNDON, Herndon, at mortgagerealestateservices.com. mortgagerealestateservices.com. That is my website. And send me a note here on Facebook, and I'll be in touch pretty soon. I'm trying to navigate through traffic real quick. So, all right, talk to you soon. Bye. Now, how do I turn it off? It's interesting. Okay, got it. Oh, I'm still on the air. Oh my gosh. Okay. Done, I think.